With the hustle and bustle of daily life going on around us, it's easy to lose focus on the things that are important for you and your family. I'm Coach Kettlebells, and I'll show you the proper way to exercise and make delicious healthy meals every day. So stay with us as we get closer to the source. Today we're gonna go ahead and make arroz con pollo estilo mexicano. We're gonna go ahead and use thighs right here. I like dark meat. Also, another thing I want to go ahead and point out with dark meat is it retains the moisture a little bit better. It doesn't dry out as quick as breasts or the rest of the white meat on the chicken. We're gonna use about 6 pieces, and we're gonna go ahead and use it in this nice big skillet because everything's got to cook and everything's got to fit in there. To get started, we're gonna go ahead and you're gonna need some garlic, some cumin, some sea salt, some cracked pepper, and then we're gonna go ahead and also this is what we top off once we go ahead and we saute and we fry. I have 1 cup right here of tomato sauce, organic of course, and I went ahead and I added 1 extra cup of water. We're gonna start with 2 cups of white rice. I wanna get my pan nice and hot. Look at how white this is. Look at this. You see all that starch right there? That's what you wanna get rid of. So I go ahead and I just rinse it out. All right, so you gotta remember, I already got the pan over here on the heat. That's getting nice and hot. I'm getting close to where it's almost clear. I'm gonna try to get as much water out of here as possible, and I'm gonna let it drain. And I can get started on everything else. So what I like to do is I like to go ahead and get started with some onion. I use a nice half onion, nice big pieces. Doesn't have to get fancy. So now I've got everything ready over here. My pan's getting nice and hot. Go ahead and put my virgin olive oil in here. Good stuff right here. This is the best. Virgin olive oil. Now I'm gonna go ahead and throw my onions in here. Then I'm gonna get my garlic ready. Nice coarse chop, that's all you want. Now what you're doing right here is we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna infuse it more or less. I'm not gonna wait till it's completely translucent because I wanna go ahead and make sure that it doesn't burn. You don't wanna burn garlic, once again, because you'll get a sour taste to it. Right in that oil, look at that. And there you go. Now, what you want to do right here is, with all this oil that we have in here, we're going to go ahead and make sure that we toast the rice. That's the key. You want to toast that rice. And with the virgin olive oil, you start just mixing everything. And you want to start mixing it also because you don't want the garlic and the onion to go ahead and stay on the bottom because you don't want that to burn. So now you mix it up and you get it together, and it's not completely making contact on the bottom of the pan. You got to make sure nothing's sticking and everything's good. We're toasting everything up. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put about 6 pieces of our chicken thighs right in there, and we're going to start actually browning that also. So I'm going to go to pop these in real quick. Really high. Yes. Listen to that. That sounds good. Now, don't worry so much about the spices. You get everything ready. Because we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make our little sauce right over here, and we're gonna just add all the extra spices right now. What you wanna do is we just wanna focus on browning this. And go ahead and let the heat do what it's gotta do. I've got about 2.5 teaspoons right here of cumin. I love comino. Comino's really good, great enhancer. Got pepper. And I got about 2 teaspoons of salt. And now, after this is mixed up, what I'm gonna do is, once that's ready to go ahead and get it added into, I'm gonna put 2 more cups of water on top of this. Just like a mama used to make. Oh, nice. All right, so that's good to go. And we're still browning everything. Gonna check over here, see what's going on. Look at that. All right, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and make sure that you see this right here? We're getting a nice coat on the chicken skin and everything else. We're getting a nice crisp. So what we've done is we've sealed the majority of the flavor in already. Because we're gonna add water to this. That's looking very nice, look at that. And you gotta be careful too, we are handling raw chicken. Now we can go ahead and actually thin it out a little bit. This looks really nice. See all the gristle and all the fat? A lot of this is gonna cook down, so you have no worries whatsoever. But you wanna get the majority of it cooked very good. You want it toasted completely as much as possible as you like. That's where you get the really good, it's a really good like nutty flavor. You wanna go ahead and when you're cooking this, you wanna leave it uncovered. You wanna see what you can, go ahead and let it evaporate, let it evaporate. You don't wanna cap it either. Once you put the lid on, you have to understand, you're gonna start, you get the steam effect. What we're doing right now is we're trying to fry everything as much as possible. Once again, we're using virgin olive oil. We're keeping everything safe with the saturated fats. These are good fats. This chicken right here, this is of course organic, free roaming, no additives, no preservatives, good stuff. With the cooking of the fat, what you're doing is you're getting all these flavors. Everything's getting concentrated and you're getting that mix. I've got all the spices over here and everything else. But what's happening is before you get that steam effect, all this fat and everything else that's in here, this is all good fat. No saturated fats, no trans fats, and a bunch of omega-3s and omega-6s in there in that olive oil. Once again, well, I'm gonna go ahead and let this sit like this about 5 or 6 minutes. And the heat that we're dealing with the high heat, and we're trying to get a little, remember, we're trying to toast our rice. This is our arroz con pollo, Mexican style, meaning this is dirty rice. So dirty rice, I know it's got a negative connotation, but it is absolutely delicious. But what we're getting is, we're going ahead and we're toasting everything to where it's golden brown. Look at that. All right, so then once we got that and our skins are nice and crisp, and then you see the chicken? Look at that, that's beautiful. Look at that, you're getting a beautiful crust right there. We're sealing all the flavors in. That is absolutely beautiful. So what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna go ahead and add everything. So as soon as I put this in, we're gonna be short on the liquid, but we're gonna add 2 more cups of water on top of this. And that's pretty much it. All you gotta do now is you go ahead and you cover it. Now you're gonna get a steam effect, and you go ahead and you turn it all the way down. You put the timer on, and you let it cook for about 20 minutes, and you're good to go. There you go. Now getting back over here to the pan, you can see now that the water is starting to actually absorb into the rice. You can see how soft that is. That's almost done. We've got about 45 more seconds right there on the timer, and we're gonna be ready to go to serve something up. All right, so there you go. We're gonna go ahead and serve the whole family up. This is nice and heavy, be careful. Let me get this out of the way. This actually came out very nice. Now, once again, you see how the water got retained and everything's nice and crisp? You're gonna get a beautiful taste right there. Look at that.